Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Too Long Didn't Read Dota News. Now to start us off, I've got some tournament updates. Now keep in mind that several of these tournaments are currently ongoing, so you'll have to just wait until next week's episode to see how they turn out if you're unable to follow the games yourself. Now to start us off, the Game Show Global eSports Cup is currently ongoing. Empire waits in the grand finals to face off against the winner of 4CL versus Vega. Now another tournament that also hasn't finished currently is the Defense. So OG showed Liquid, potentially why they were the winners at Frankfurt and knocked them down in the losers bracket. Liquid waits to battle up against the winner from the Alliance alternate match, and then that winner will go into the grand finals up against OG. Now, the Summit 4 is upon us. It's going to be starting out this week, finishing next weekend. So just to remind you, the teams that are invited and that had qualified for that are Evil Geniuses, Team Liquid, OG, Mineski, Vici, eHome, Digital Chaos, and Virtus Pro. Now, I'll talk about this in a second, but some of these teams are heading off to this event with new rosters, so this will be a chance where we get to see them perform for the first time. WCA groups and teams have been announced. And a little strangely, we see Secret and Fnatic again in the same group. Now, in this case, groups were chosen at random, so luck of the draw for them. Also, these groups aren't 100% right. Digital Chaos will be going, not Cloud9, in that Group D. RTZ confirmed this on his stream, where he said he'll be standing in for UR for this tournament for Digital Chaos. Now, Secret and Fnatic up against each other, Fnatic might be scared, but on the other hand, Secret has been having a rough time in their matches recently. They've dropped several of them, leaving them with a chance to be eliminated from Starladder. So let's see, OG, Liquid, Secret, and Navi are all playing last chance games in order to just stay in the Starladder event and continue forward with the qualifiers. Now, the looming event in the back of everyone's mind, we just finished Frankfurt, is the Shanghai Major. So we finally have some information about the qualifying stages for this. So January 3rd to 6th will be the open qualifying rounds, with January 7th to 10th being the full-on regional qualifiers. Now, in light of the Shanghai Majors and those roster locks, we do have these lovely roster shuffles. So I told you guys about Digital Chaos and Complexity last week, and it seems that the rest of the scene has caught up with NA Dota, with China, Southeast Asia, and Europe all experiencing their own shuffles. So Funnick announces that he is out of Navi, and he will no longer be playing with them. Syndrin announces his new team, State Gaming, with Ira, Slicks, Fogged, and Sealkid joining him. And then Fnatic chooses to part ways with Black, saying that they thank him for his time, but they feel the team needs to move forward in a different direction. And Chwantris will no longer be with Invictus Gaming. He says that he has to go back to Malaysia for, I believe it's passport issues, and he'll no longer be on the team. And then for Virtus Pro, it actually turns out that they have removed Illidan from their roster and picked up Silent. Silent has left Empire. So recently, Empire has been playing with Funnick and Havost as stand-ins for different events and games. So we don't have a confirmation of their final roster. It may be that the team's just taking some time to figure that out. But that lock is very close. I believe it is December 8th, which is Tuesday. Alliance also makes some changes, so they removed Minuts from the roster. They're currently playing with a stand-in, but we don't know what their final team will be. Now that's the roster shuffles we have for right now, so here's a little of everything else that you need for your Dota news. So back when Valve posted on their Dota blog about the Frankfurt Major's results, they mentioned at the very end that they are putting the finishes and touches on their desert map that is supposed to come out with their update in mid-December. I think most of us expect this update to be following the summit, but before WCA, to at least give teams a moment to adjust to the changes. And also, it wouldn't be a week in Dota without a little bit of that drama that we've come to expect. So last week I told you guys about Dreamhack with OG sweeping the event, going through entirely undefeated. So that's great for Dota, but there was another event that happened there that's kind of been more the talk of Reddit than the OG win. So Richard Lewis, who is a CSGO personality, eSports journalist person, posted a picture on Twitter that was potentially suggestive towards Kelly, the previous alliance manager, and she's Loda's girlfriend and very involved in the scene. She went to confront Lewis about it and tell him that it was inappropriate, and he, in his standard fashion, from what I've heard about him, was not the most polite. Loda stepped in to also speak to him and apparently got quite heated, and Dreamhack, Hellspawn, said that he was there for the incident and Lewis was physically choking Loda and had to pull him off of him. So Loda is welcome at future Dreamhack events with the reminder that violence will not be tolerated. But Lewis has been, Dreamhack announced they will no longer be hiring Lewis in any capacity for future Dreamhack events. And so there's your drama as it unfolded over the week on Twitter and Reddit and everything. There's much more you can read about it, linked in the video description. So thanks for watching this week's episode of Too Long Didn't Read. As I said, links to all of my sources and an article write-up of the news from the week is provided in the video description. We'll see you guys next time.